Victor's Visa View. Victor Lin, NewStars Perth and Canberra Branch Director. Australian Registered Migration Agent. Handled over 1,000 migration cases. Involved in the policy formulation for state nomination. Closure of the WA State Nominated Migration Program Part 2.
Now let's talk about the reason for the closure. In simple terms, the Department of Home Affairs hasn't been very supportive in terms of providing enough places to WA government, and they didn't notify the decision to WA governments in advance. So it can cause lots of disruptions to the state government's migration plan. WA's allocation has been decreased from 2,140 in last financial year to 2,350 in the current financial year. WA issued 3 invitation rounds in August, October, and November 2023. Totally, 4,188 invitation has been issued. Additionally, this year's application have a bit higher efficiency rate. That means the numbers of the state sponsorship actually submitted comparing to the numbers of EOI invitation issued. As processing continues, I think that the state government come to a point to do the calculation. It is estimated they have reached the capacity, so they have to stop the program. What about next financial year? Of the past 2 years, Western Australia has generally welcomed the immigrants and actively promoted study and migrant to WA. Due to a shortage of labor and students, international students, Western Australia need immigrants. However, the federal government has yet to be cooperative. The quota was reduced in this financial year. Western Australia has been very vocal in expressing its concern about federal government's quota reductions and will continue to express pressure to secure more quota in the following financial years. It is very interesting to notice that over the past 2 financial years, Western Australian government has been straightforward. What about the government's attitude about the closure of the programs? After announcing the closure of the state nomination programs on February 4th, an article titled "Cook Governments Fuming It Has to Be Knocked Back Overseas Skilled Workers Because of Commonwealth Cap" was published in the Western Australian. This article highlights the frustrations of the Western Australian government due to federal immigration quota limitation, resulting in the rejections of more skilled immigrants, particularly those nominated by state government. The article emphasized Western Australians' current labor shortage and state government's dissatisfaction with the federal government's reduction of quota for the current financial year. The government's plans to continue to pressuring the federal government to secure more places. Over the past 2 financial years, Western Australian government has shown a forthright and proactive in expressing its immigration policy, often using the Western Australian newspaper as a platform to communicate with the public and to express its views on immigration demands idea. Over the past 2 years, Western Australian government has shown a forthright and proactive stance in expressing its immigration policy, often using the Western Australian newspaper as a platform to communicate its views on immigration demands to the public. The level of direct engagement with immigration policy is relatively uncommon among other states. The overall friendliness of the state nomination policy depends on 2 factors. First one, the federal government's policy. Second one will be the state government's attitude and planning. In the past 2 to 3 financial years, Western Australian government has been most enthusiastic and vocal among the states regarding welcoming overseas immigrants and actively participating in immigration discussions. We'll continue to monitor the migration policy in Western Australia and other states in the future. Thank you.
NewStars, your best choice. NewStars Education and Migration. Don't forget to subscribe.